Live from the UNG Soccer Complex on the campus of the University of North Georgia, Peach Belt Conference men's soccer action is on the air. A pleasant good afternoon to you from a rainy Dahlonega as we get set for a top 20 matchup on one side. The Nighthawks of North Georgia trying to break in to the top 25 in the nation. Number 20, Francis Marion, in town to take on the Nighthawks in a battle of unbeatens in the Peach Belt Conference. Check that. Francis Marion 1-1 in conference play. They lost at Lander to open Peach Belt Conference play, but they have since gotten back on the winning track in league play. They're coming off of a 2-1 overtime win on the road at Chowan on Wednesday night, winning that one on a golden goal in overtime. The Nighthawks coming off a 2-week hiatus on a 2-game winning streak. They defeated Flagler 2-0 to start the Peach Belt season at 500, or at a perfect 1-0, and they try and get back to 500 today with a win. They currently sit at 4-5-1. Nighthawks first in the Peach Belt, 18th in Division II in saves per game. It's going to be Connor Domaleski in between the posts for the Nighthawks here in this one. He is currently in the league lead in saves per game, averaging 5.5 saves each time he steps in between the post and 10's goal. Ranks fourth in the league in saves with 33 on the year as well. North Georgia leads the all-time series against Francis Marion 9-6. They won 3 straight, including a last year a 5-2 win up in Florence against the Patriots. Francis Marion. Nighthawks are 4-2 here in Dahlonega against Francis Marion all time as well. And the big key for North Georgia tonight will be Aaron Ozer. He's had a bunch of success against Francis Marion during his tenure here at North Georgia. In 3 matches, 3 goals and 2 assists. He scored twice and assisted on a third in last year's showdown. The Nighthawks starting lineup mostly unchanged. A pleasant sight to see Jordan Day back in the starting 11 for Pat Paris in his 13th year as head coach of the Nighthawks. For Francis Marion, it'll be Luis Rincon. He is in his first season at the helm of the Patriots and has them at number 20 in the nation. Again, 7-2-1 on the year. They started the year 5-0-1. Then lost back-to-back matches at Lander and then at home against Barton. The Patriots, 3 players with 3 goals each. Javier Bello, as well as Travis Cook and Alvaro Zamora for the Patriots. And also with 7 points for Francis Marion is Yafet Santiago. He has a goal and 5 assists. Donovan Odier for the Nighthawks, top 5 in the Peach Belt in 4 statistical categories. He has 2 game winners. That's tied for the league lead. Goals per game, he's at 4th at a half a goal a match. 3rd in total goals with 5 and 4th in total points with 11. This is the first time the Nighthawks will play a ranked team this season. Number 11, Lander, looming next weekend. We'll talk more about that as we go on throughout the broadcast here today. We are going to take a commercial break. When we return, starting lineups for both teams. Francis Marion and North Georgia coming your way after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high, though. Hi. Hey. Oh, my God. There it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm good.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
ask difficult questions,
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Starting lineups going to commence here in just a few minutes. We'll throw it to our public address announcer for the starting lineups, but we look at Francis Marion. They'll have Maximiliano Rogo in between the posts for Francis Marion. He has been stellar, the junior out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, the junior for Francis Marion. When you look at the roster for the Patriots, a number of transfers, including Javier Morcillo, who is in the starting 11, transfer from the University of Nevada. Also, Yafet Santiago, he transferred in from Liberty, the former Flame of Liberty University. Transfers from Virginia Commonwealth, as well as Alderson Broadus, Creighton University as well. So a lot of transfers. Western Texas College as well on the transfer list for Francis Marion's roster. For the Nighthawks, again, Connor Domaleski will be in between the posts. We will send a commercial break right after the start. Starting lineups have been announced by our public address announcer. And for the national anthem, we'll be back for the kickoff between North Georgia and Francis Marion as we get set to throw it to our public address announcer for today's starting lineups as the two teams get ready to have the international walkout. Rainy skies, windy as tropical storm rolls through the Georgia area. Hit Florida earlier this week and has since made its way down through up through the southeast region. Referees start to walk across, and we throw it to our public address announcer for the starting lineups. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dahlonega, Georgia and the UNG Soccer Complex for today's Peach Belt Conference men's soccer match featuring the visiting Patriots of Francis Marion University and your University of North Georgia Nighthawks. Let's meet today's starting 11. First for Francis Marion. The Patriots are under the direction of head coach Luis Rincon. In goal, number 1, Maximiliano Rogo. Number 4, Javier Morcillo. Number 5, Sam Pollard. Number 6, Yafet Santiago. Number 8, Oliver Peters. Number 10, Travis Cook. Number 11, Alfaro Zamora. Number 14, Nestor Nunez. Number 17, Javier Bello. Number 19, Magnus Hoyland. And number 21, Miguel Fernandez. And now, let's meet the starting 11 for your University of North Georgia Nighthawks. North Georgia's head coach is Pat Paris. He's assisted by Avram Allen and Tyler Stubbs. In goal, number 00, Connor Domaleski. Number 2, Kieran Guthrie. Number 3, Michael Walsh. Number 6, Jordan Day. Number 7, David Zions. Number 10, Victor Galterio. Number 12, Aaron Ozer. Number 15, Evan Davis. Number 19, Donovan Odier. Number 23, Kevin Lopez. And number 26, Andre Bashura. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
Hi, I'm Sonia claim with Red Rooster Realty. Fall is right around the corner, and it doesn't get any prettier than this. Have you been thinking about buying in Georgia's Lake and Mountain Paradise? Give me a call at 770-480-4777.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we get set for kickoff between North Georgia and Francis Marion here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Both teams getting ready to take the pitch. The Patriots will be in navy and maroon, and we'll move from left to right as we look at it. The Nighthawks in white that fades to blue, and moving from right to left, Domoleski in all yellow. And Maximiliano Rogo will be in green and black for the Patriots. We get set for kickoff. Waiting on the whistle. There it is, and we are underway here in Dahlonega as North Georgia gets the opening touch with Aaron Ozer. Rain falling down a little bit heavier than it was about 20 minutes ago. You'll notice that the wind is blowing from left to right on your screens as well. Glad you've decided to join us here. Only one other Peach Belt men's soccer game in action tonight. It'll be Lander and Young Harris on the other side of Blood Mountain. A 7 p.m. kick between the teams that were tied for fifth to start the season in the national poll. Touched back to Domoleski. He gets a heavy touch, but we'll get on it, play it out wide. It's taken away by Francis Marion as they start to have some pressure forward, and Yaphet Santiago was offside. So a free kick for North Georgia as the wind really picks up. We're starting to get in some of the heavier parts of the tropical storm that made landfall earlier this week. Donovan Odier earns a corner kick on the near side. We apologize that you won't be able to see the corner based on our camera angles today, trying to keep everyone dry on staff. As the rain falling and chilly temperatures, Odier gets set to send it in. Whips it around to just over the crossbar. That was Jordan Day who just missed it. It was actually turned in there by David Zionts. And Jordan Day just missed. Rogo plays it short to Francis Marion. They played across the back line to Magnus Hoyland and then played back to Rogo. Over to Javier Morcillo. Trying to play it up the far touchline. Odier heads it out of play into the Francis Marion technical area. Francis Marion did not bring many players over the mountain to Dahlonega. Played up to Ozer, who has had great success against Francis Marion in his career, as we mentioned in pregame. Tried to play it up to Galterio, cleared out. Guthrie heads it backwards, and Connor Domaleski will come over and scoop it up. Play it right back out to Kieran Guthrie. Ozer, 3 goals and 2 assists in his career against the Patriots. This is his 3rd start against Francis Marion. He came off the bench his freshman year against the Patriots. Out of play, a throw-in coming from Juan Miguel Fernandez. Evan Davis heads it down. Out of play for a throw on the near side. Triggered into the corner. Zions touches it down. Did it go out of play? They say it did. It'll be a throw-in again down in the corner, just off your screen. Juan Miguel Fernandez set to throw it in again. Triggers this one in. Back heel flick toward the top of the 18. Now dribbling out to the corner into Fernandez. Cross toward the back post over the head of everyone. Javier Bello was the closest one, but it rolls out of play for goal kick. Mentioned a lot of games postponed to tomorrow due to the hurricane, or due to the tropical storm that was rolling through. One game that is not rescheduled is Lander and North Georgia women up in Greenwood. They are scoreless about 30 minutes in. We'll keep an eye on that one throughout the afternoon as well. Out of play off of, that's Michael Walsh. It'll be a throw for Francis Marion on the far side. Sun's starting to peek through the clouds a little bit. It's gotten a lot brighter over the past 5 minutes or so since kick. Rain's still coming down. Touched back toward the corner. Kieran Guthrie will keep it in play on the end line and send it up the sideline. Galterio clears it out across the touchline for a Patriot throw. Francis Marion throwing a lot of numbers forward, only one player standing on the midfield line as the 20th ranked Patriots try and break through this Nighthawk defense. Crossed in and headed out of play, or actually it never made it across. A goal kick coming for Connor Domaleski, the redshirt junior out of Conyers and Heritage High School. Played out wide to Walsh. As North Georgia will look to build here, it looks like the Patriots in a 4-1-4-1. It looks like the shape for Luis Rincon. Here's Ozer. Plays a through ball, beautifully done. Out wide to Bashura. Bashura, low cross sent in. Rogo stops it at the near post. Quickly played out, trying to counter are the Patriots. Into the middle of the park. Played by Cook to the near side and Zamora. Zamora in the corner. Double team now. Plays it back toward the top of the box. Swung in, headed down, and it goes wide of the net. Goal kick. That was Alvaro Zamora crossing it in. Let's see who that was on the far side that headed it into the side netting. Nestor Nunez. No, check that. That's Javier Bello, 17. 6'2". He's one of the tallest players on the pitch. In fact, Aaron Ozer, the only one taller than him on the field for either side. Guthrie sends it up top, trying to find the 6'4" German. Headed down. Zions gets a touch over the head of, that's Hoyland, or actually Fernandez. Now Galterio trying to get on it. Galterio and Lopez, a little miscommunication. Davis almost got possession. Played up to Yafet Santiago. Santiago was turned away by Guthrie. Zions elected to let it roll across the touchline. Throw in for FMU. Miguel Fernandez, or Juan Miguel Fernandez, triggers it in. Here's Zamora. Zamora gets to the top of the 18. A shot toward the near post is wide, and it'll be a goal kick again for Connor Domaleski. No score in the 8th minute here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Rainy and windy and cold. You see a lot of players in long sleeves, gloves as well. Played over to Walsh. Michael Walsh bringing it up the pitch. Pressure by Travis Cook, thrown up the far touchline, and it will roll out of play harmlessly for an FMU throw. A lot of things coming up in North Georgia athletics. We'll get to that later on here today. To the near side, and Juan Miguel Fernandez plays it back to Hoyland. Hoyland across the back line to Morcillo. North Georgia trying to give pressure on that right side. Bashura pushed off the ball. Francis Marion with numbers forward. Pollard out wide. Sends a cross in. Low. Settled in the 6 by Santiago. A shot will go high, but corner kick will be earned as it took a deflection from either Walsh or Guthrie. Hard to tell who it was. And now FMU with the set piece. They put numbers forward. Seven within 25 yards of goal. Corner kick taken short. Now trying to cross it over. Headed away by North Georgia. Evan Davis was the one who got his head on it. Now it's played out wide to Oliver Peters. Peters sends it in short to Nunez. Nunez sends a cross in. It's patted down by Domaleski, and the counterattack is on. Galterio dribbling to the far touchline, keeps it in play. Hard touch. Can he outrun the defender? Yes, he can. Victor Galterio slows down, throws the brakes on, and Francis Marion will touch it out wide. That's Javier Morcillo, or rather that's Sam Pollard stepping in to make the stop. Bashura takes his time, dries off his hands and the ball a little bit before throwing this one in. To the feet of Ozer, back heel flick toward Galterio. Davis keeps it in, and Francis Marion clears it out. It will be a North Georgia throw, as the Patriots are saying it took a deflection off Ozer, but the referees don't buy it. Thrown into Odier. He was bumped in the back. Clean bump. Out of play for an FMU throw. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by the UNG Bookstore. 4 locations across Northeast Georgia. Here's Zions. Top of the 18. Over to Ozer. Ozer played it through toward Jordan Day. Jordan tried to break through. Couldn't. Played out wide to Odier. Odier settles. Looking to cross it in. Tries to. Deflected out by Pollard. Played back. Crossed toward the top of the box. No white jerseys around. It's cleared away by the Patriots. Michael Walsh trying to keep the ball in for North Georgia. Luis Rincon wants a foul, not going to get it. Galterio gets on it, still wants a foul, does Luis. And it's finally cleared out by the Patriots for a throw. Free kick taken by Francis Marion off the foul. North Georgia wins possession. Ozer trying to wait on some help. Francis Marion earns the throw. Again, a Patriot throw on the far touchline as this has been an up and down first 15 minutes. Cross sent in. Lopez got a head on it. It'll roll out for a Patriot corner kick on the near side, excuse me. Trotting over to take it is Oliver Peters. Another opportunity for a set piece for Francis Marion. This one comes in, headed toward the back post, cleared away by North Georgia, and then again by the Nighthawks. They clear off their line. Ziont's trying to run over it. Throws on the brakes, keeps the ball in play. Cross toward Lopez. Lopez trying to settle it. Francis Marion a little hectic. Davis sends it out wide to Ziont's, and Nighthawks have some space. Here's David Ziont's. Ziont's trying to run on it. Cross deflected up in the air at the top of the 18, and Francis Marion can finally settle themselves down a little bit as they break pressure from North Georgia. Out of play off of Alvaro Zamora. Lopez thought about a long throw backwards. Instead decides to go into Ozer. Ziont's back to Ozer to Galterio. Victor unable to break through the back line of FMU. And Maximiliano Rocco will settle it and start after Francis Marion gains their shape back. Misplay by the back line of Francis Marion, but it's returned by North Georgia all the way back to Maximiliano. Played up. Bashura gets a touch on it. Right back to the center of the park. Francis Marion still with possession. The weather has calmed down for the moment. Still raining a little bit. As now here come the Patriots up the far touchline. Most of their attacks have started on that side. Throw in for FMU. "16 minutes down here in this first half. We're in the 17th. Still no score. Francis Marion trying to play it through toward Zamora. Still with possession are the Patriots. Bashura tries to clear it up to Ozer. Now it's played up in the air by Francis Marion. Headed backwards toward the Nighthawk goal. Guthrie got a head on it, allowing Domaleski to handle it. Played up to Jordan Day. Back to Ziont's. Ziont's tried to draw the foul. No whistle given from our center referee. Played back to Hoyland, who touched it over to Yafet Santiago. Now to Juan Miguel Hernandez. Or Fernandez, excuse me. Headed along. Good play from Francis Marion. Crossing it back post. Nobody there. All the way into the far corner. Francis Marion still on it, though, with Javier Bello. Crossed in, headed off the crossbar. It was covered by Domaleski had it been lower. Francis Marion has the upper hand here in terms of the way that they are attacking thus far here in Dahlonega. Played into the corner, and it will roll out for a goal kick. Luis Rincon has to like the way he's playing, his team's playing thus far. North Georgia 1-0 in league play. Francis Marion 1-1, both on 3 points. Nighthawks with a game in hand. Played up to Odier. Odier, Bashura could not get a great touch on it, but earns the throw. Thrown into the feet of Odier. Odier breaks into the middle. Ozer taken down from behind. There's a whistle and a free kick for North Georgia, and Luis Rincon's not happy about it. So North Georgia will get a free kick about 25 or so yards from goal. Maybe closer to 30 given angles. Magic spray going down on the pitch. Our center referee draws the 10-yard mark for the Francis Marion wall just inside the 18, putting it somewhere between 28 and 30 yards from goal. Ozer and Day stand over it. Now Day will be the one to take it. Left-footed shot from Jordan Day, saved by Rogo. A great shot, and then taken down in the box. No whistle. Bashura tried to draw the penalty. The defending had to be perfect, and in the center referee's eyes it was, and now the whistle from our center referee to stop the clock at 25:35 as Luis Rincon has almost said enough for this center referee already. We're just 20 minutes in. Center referee says, not another word. Clock starts again. Evan Davis with some time, didn't get a great touch on it as Zamora takes it. Played to Fernandez, coming toward the near corner. Juan Miguel Fernandez plays to the top of the 18. Here's Zamora again. Zamora stops, goes to the right foot. Shot, it was always rising. Way over the crossbar for goal kick. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Yahula Creek Grill. Comfort food reinvented. Goal kick taken short. Now here's Jordan Day. Plays it up to Evan Davis. Plays out wide to Lopez. Kevin Lopez plays it backwards to Kieran Guthrie, who switches the point of attack to the far side, and Michael Walsh. Walsh tries to play it up. Played all the way through to Bashura. A nice slide tackle there by Francis Marion to earn possession. Bashura got a touch on it as it sailed out of play for a throw-in for FMU. Ball will roll all the way toward the center of the field out on the walking trail. Thrown in. Bashura trying to settle it. Sends it back in toward Ozer. Ozer didn't get a great touch on it. Francis Marion trying to break out of the pressure. Sent high into the air. Guthrie will settle it. Has some time. Gives to Davis, and Davis had it taken away from him. Here's Travis Cook. Cook, 3 goals on the year. He leads the Francis Marion side, tied for the lead anyway. A perfect tackle made by, let's see who that was. It was Andre Bashura. Shot taken and a beautiful save by Connor Domaleski. What a shot it was from just outside the 18. Couldn't tell who it was. Magnus Hoyland is who we think it was. So now a corner kick for FMU. Sent in. Hoyland tries to head it toward the back post and had a couple runners there but didn't get enough on it as it's played all the way back to Sam Pollard. North Georgia will try and stop the attack again. Juan Miguel Fernandez sends it upfield. Guthrie to Walsh. Walsh just sends it out of play for an FMU throw. Thrown in quickly. Nunez out wide. Little 1-2. Evan Davis tries to get it. A throw in for North Georgia. It'll allow a substitution for the Nighthawks. Evan Davis off. And Jack Newhouse into the game for North Georgia. So Newhouse on for North Georgia. 5'11 freshman from Wirral, England. Thrown in by the Nighthawks. Andre Bashura will be told to back up a bit. Ozer got the first touch. Now here's Odier trying to break through. Newhouse trying to get on it, sending it out wide toward Lopez. Stepping in to intercept is Zamora. Lopez tries to get the slide tackle. Now Odier tries to step in. Galterio tries to step in. The Patriots somehow break through all three of those. Ball stays in play on the far side, and Javier Bello played it to the middle, and here's Hoyland. Ziont's coming on quickly, forcing Hoyland to send this ball well downfield, and Domaleski will let it roll out of play for a UNG goal kick. 25th minute here in Dahlonega. No score between number 20 Francis Marion and North Georgia. The Nighthawks looking to stay undefeated in league play after a 1-0 start 2 weeks ago. It's their first action in 2 weeks. For those of you just joining us, we're glad you've decided to. A rainy, cold, windy Gold Rush weekend, or Gold Rush Saturday rather. Tomorrow's going to be a lot better for those fans that are wanting to go to Gold Rush here in Dahlonega. Zions with a good tackle. Zions will send it in toward Odier, trying to get possession, or position rather. Cleared out by Francis Marion. It will bounce out of play for a North Georgia throw. Kevin Lopez told to back up all the way to the assistant referee, right below our broadcast position. After he ties his shoe up, it's set to throw this one in. Sent in toward Ozer. Played from the ground by Oliver Peters. A hasty tackle, and the whistle blown as now the clock will stop. Kieran Guthrie will be shown yellow. So a yellow card for Kieran Guthrie for North Georgia. So a free kick for Francis Marion. It'll be taken by Oliver Peters. So Peters about to take this free kick, sends it in. It's a good one. Still in the 6 and finally dove on by Domaleski. Nobody really took a shot there. It was just bouncing around the 6. Now Lopez touches it up the sideline to Jordan Day. Day with the left foot sends it toward Ozer. It's headed out of play by Hoyland. It'll be a throw for the Nighthawks. Kieran Guthrie's third caution of the year. Thrown in by FMU. Headed away by Lopez. Another throw in for the Patriots. Fernandez triggers it in. Trying to find Cook. A bending cross. Never had a chance. They say it deflected off of a Nighthawk, so it'll be a corner kick on the far side. I didn't see much of a deflection from anybody, but center referee has a much better position than I. So Peters will take this corner from the far side this time. In swinger. Domaleski punches it away from anybody taking an immediate shot. Cleared off the 18. Played out wide, though, for Peters. Now here's Zamora. Back to Peters. Peters pressured by Bashura. And a good job by Andre to force it back toward center line. Long cross taken, nowhere near anybody. Played to the far side, and Michael Walsh touches it back to Domaleski, who settles it and will play it out to Guthrie. Guthrie into the middle of the park for Jordan Day. Jordan Day pressured from behind by Cook. Got it off just in time to find Walsh. Played up toward Hoyland for the Patriots. And now Francis Marion will come on an attack yet again. Walsh with a clearance. It will be a corner, I believe. So North Georgia has taken on a lot of pressure here in this opening half. Entering the 30th minute of play here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Corner kick coming. Peters to take it again. Sent in. Headed high by Francis Marion. That was Javier Morcillo to try a header. Not even close to on frame, though, for the Patriots. The Nighthawks avert danger yet again. Played back to Kieran Guthrie. Now here come the Patriots. Yafet Santiago. Crossed in toward the goal of FMU. Settled at the top of the 6, but North Georgia able to turn it away for the moment. Out for another corner. North Georgia women lead Lander 1-0 at halftime. Taylor Malashik in the 31st. Sent in swinger. Back post. Headed up and over the crossbar. Again, Morcillo can't bring it on frame. Here's Newhouse. Plays it all the way back to Kieran Guthrie. Pressure coming from the Patriots. Played into the middle of the park to Galterio toward Newhouse. Newhouse tried to get a back heel flick, could not get a handle on it. Good job by Lopez to step in there, though. Now here's Jordan Day. Day into the center of the park, looking for Newhouse a little behind him. And good emergency defending by Bashura, sending it out of play. Another throw for Francis Marion. They take it quickly. Headed back into the middle toward Yaphet Santiago. Now here's Travis Cook. Played through and rolls across frame harmlessly. It'll roll out for a North Georgia throw. Getting set to check in for North Georgia looks like Juan Ramirez. Awaiting his instructions next to Pat Paris on the far side. Into the stands. It bounced back in play. Nifty job there by the stands as Francis Marion Warren a throw. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Crossed in and settled, but not very well. Zions tries to play it over to Newhouse. Back and forth we go into the corner. Jordan Day providing pressure. Now a cross sent in. Domaleski punches it away. It comes out toward the top of the 18, settled by Nunez. Nunez will play it back. Offsides will be called before the shot, as Travis Cook was offside before he was able to take the shot. Domaleski had it covered either way, but the AR had him off. So we await the free kick from Connor Domaleski. The Nighthawk defense has done well. The Nighthawk offense still trying to break through this pressure style of Francis Marion. Galterio, a good tackle from behind, stopping the attack. He gets on the ball now. Galterio to Ozer. Aaron trying to keep possession. Finds Odier. Played up to Newhouse. Newhouse going to the far side. Hoyland, a lot of pushing from behind. The foul is given. And Francis Marion will pick up the ball to try and slow down this attack. North Georgia seems to be content with it, as they will look to throw some numbers forward for this free kick. Kieran Guthrie settles it as the rain starts to come down a little harder now. Blowing in toward us here in the press box. Cross sent in. Taken down in the box, no whistle. A couple of Nighthawks found their way onto their backs. They actually whistle a foul on North Georgia near the top of the 18. Taking a look at radar, a lot of rain in the area, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. No lightning, though, as the rain will just fall and fall here in Dahlonega, as now Juan Ramirez will check on for Donovan Odier. Throw in for the for the Patriots, excuse me. They play it in a small triangle. Guthrie will send this ball out toward Lopez. Lopez keeps it in play. Zions breaks through a few tackles, and now the counter might be on for North Georgia. David Zions, and a good job defending there by Nestor Nunez. But North Georgia still on the attack. They break through. Jordan Day brings it upfield. Hoyland steps up. They give to Ozer. Ozer to the far side. This is Juan Ramirez. His first touches of the match. Galterio tries to chip it over the top toward Newhouse, unable to get there. And now Francis Marion will try and counter. Guthrie steps in to stop the initial surge. And now North Georgia will send it back toward the top of the formation. Newhouse got a head on it, but nothing more than that. Rain really starts to fall here at the UNG Soccer Complex. 8 minutes to play in the first half. 9-2 in favor of shots for Francis Marion, but the only stat that really matters is the score line. It's still 0-0. North Georgia with a throw. Into Jordan Day, who heads it back. Trying to break out of the corner. Francis Marion now on it. Cook sends it across, deflected by Domaleski. Check on the Patriot who's down in goal. That's Javier Bello. The clock will stop at 7:23, and it'll be a goal kick as I think Bello got the deflection on it. He slid in hard. Domaleski there to check on him as well. As now the athletic training staff for Francis Marion comes out. It's Trey Holler. Check on the 6'2 sophomore forward out of Madrid, Spain. Did his prep work overseas at IES Principe Felipe. And transferred in from Alderson Broaddus. NCAA, I believe, Division III institution. Could be Division II. You can see the raindrops on the screen. They're big, they're heavy, and they're coming down at a rapid pace. It's Gold Rush Saturday here in Dahlonega as well. Big crowds in town for the annual festival. They are probably miserable in the downtown square. Clock runs as now Bello is allowed back onto the pitch. Played up to Zions. A good touch toward Lopez. Lopez trying to get on it. Will concede a throw, but the Nighthawks can try and lock one in here. Lopez now settles back in his position on the pitch. Got a head on it. Newhouse trying to settle it. Instead, it's taken out of play by Oliver Peters. A throw for North Georgia. Lopez will be told to back up yet again. Lopez triggers it in, headed by Zions. Now here's Newhouse, taken down, and a foul is going to be whistled on Oliver Peters. Lopez will set the ball down. And now Lopez will be told to back up a little bit more. Now here's Kieran Guthrie. He'll be the one to take this one. One-person wall set by Alvaro Zamora. Guthrie going to send this one in hard off the wall of Zamora. Guthrie will come over to take the throw in quickly. Throw it down into the corner toward Zions. The Patriots get on it for a second. Now here's Newhouse trying to play it out for Juan Ramirez, unable to do so. Ramirez gets a touch over to Bashura. 5 and change to play until halftime. Stay tuned. The NSN halftime report. We'll have stats from the first half. We'll look at the women's soccer match at Lander. Also, let you know what else is going to happen this weekend in the Peach Belt Conference. A foul on Zions. He says, sorry about that to Juan Miguel Fernandez. Ozer trying to give pressure to Javier Morcillo. Ramirez, a good touch to Newhouse. Newhouse trying to play it through for Galterio. Should have taken a couple of touches first instead of trying to play it quickly. It was Galterio versus the entire back four for FMU. Rain really coming down now here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Played backwards to Magnus Hoyland. Hoyland, a 6'3" sophomore from Holstebro, Denmark. And a throw in for North Georgia. Or a free kick, maybe. Heard a whistle. Looks like it'll be a throw. Ramirez heads it toward Ozer. Flipped out of play for a North Georgia throw in as well. 41st minute here in Dahlonega. Still no score. A sub waiting to come on for Francis Marion. It'll be their first of the afternoon. Hoyland clears this one up top. Walsh back to Guthrie. Lopez trying to get on it for North Georgia. Instead, it will be Alvaro Zamora. Now here's Travis Cook playing it out wide towards Zamora. Guthrie, I think, will get there first. And he will, and will earn the throw. 3 and change remaining here in the first half. Played through the top of the 18. North Georgia gets on it. Juan Ramirez will be first. Now here's Galterio. Galterio will have to go out wide. Now finds Ramirez. Ramirez has some space and time. Bayo was defending. Cross deflected out. Ramirez and Galterio were both coming in for it. Victor has to take it down. He's taken down hard. A foul called on Francis Marion. Luis Rincon's not happy. It'll be a free kick for North Georgia on the far side. Kieran Guthrie looks like he'll be the one to take it. North Georgia sends some numbers forward. Jordan Day into the attack. Most of the defense stays back. Michael Walsh will step up a little bit. Cross sent in toward Walsh. Walsh heads it back across the top of the 6. Francis Marion clears it away. Lopez will be the first on it. He tries to send it back in. Francis Marion is there, and the Patriots on the attack. Cook got past Lopez. Cook tries to send it toward the far side now. Ramirez in tow for North Georgia. Defending Nunez. Out for a Francis Marion throw, and now the Patriots will get to make their substitution. It'll be Sidney Warden to step on. Free kick to be taken by the Patriots. Under 90 seconds to play here. There's the whistle. Free kick swung in. Headed across by, that was Newhouse. It'll roll out for a throw as we reach 1 minute. Zamora trying to get past, and Jordan Day, a little hard to get up. A corner kick coming for the Patriots. They'll have to move quickly. Only 40 seconds to play until half. Sent in. Out for another corner. $20 seconds left. Another corner sent in. Over the top of everybody, and goal kick. And it's halftime, 0-0 your score at the break. Stay tuned. The halftime show coming up right after these messages on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Bandit Fox 2-3, out. Mark him with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Halftime here at the UNG Soccer Complex. No score between the 20th ranked Patriots and the Nighthawks of North Georgia. As we take a look at the first half stats, it's been sided toward Francis Marion. They've taken 8 shots in the first half, 2 by Javier Morcillo and Alvaro Zamora. A shot apiece for Yafet Santiago, Travis Cook, Javier Bello, and Magnus Hoyland. The lone save for Connor Domaleski came off the foot of Hoyland. For the Nighthawks, 2 shots in the first half, both by Jordan Day, forcing 1 save for Maximiliano Rogo. 9 corner kicks for Francis Marion in the first half. That a telling statistic, as the Patriots have been on the attack for a grand majority of this matchup. 4 fouls for, FMU, 5 for North Georgia, including the 26th minute yellow card on Kieran Guthrie. Francis Marion's been offside twice in the first half. Possession's been fairly even, if you look at it, 51-49 in favor of FMU, as they've had majority of their possession in the attacking half. North Georgia, the majority of their possession in the middle third here in the first half of play at the UNG Soccer Complex. North Georgia making 2 subs in the first half. Francis Marion making just 1, as we are at halftime here at the UNG Soccer Complex. We'll take a commercial break. When we return, we will let you know what's going on up in Greenwood. Lander and North Georgia's women going at it right now on a rainy Saturday in the upstate of South Carolina. Stay tuned. 0-0 at halftime here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I think scholarships impact the legacy that is UNG. When I got the acceptance letter back and it said you're good to come to University of North Georgia, I was happy as can be.
I started playing soccer when I was 3. My parents just threw me into it, and I fell in love with it. My senior year of high school, I got hurt, so I didn't have very many offers, but Chris, the coach up here, reached out and he's like, hey, come on up for a visit. And so coming here, it's been incredible.
I came to UNG mainly because of basketball. I thought that the atmosphere would help me excel as a player. My teammates are like my best friends.
Me and my family, we went across and toured all these different schools, and I just remember coming here and everybody here was just so friendly, and it was just a really inviting atmosphere.
It's been really good. It's taught me a lot, and every year I've had a different role in the team, and I've learned a lot about myself in those roles.
It's been a great time. Met a lot of amazing people. Competitively, I've been shooting since high school. It's Olympic-style target shooting. Most people think you're shooting big guns, firing away, having fun. With us, it's more of a precision. It's an art.
My major is pre-med biology. I want to be an orthopedic surgeon. Some of the injuries that I've seen firsthand help me prepare to actually help people fix those broken bones.
I'm a chemistry major with a business minor and a leadership certificate. My mentor that I was reaching out to is Colonel Palmer. He always talks about the spirit of UNG and integrity and how to really live that out in everything that you do.
I'm a mathematics major, and when I got to Calculus 2, I was like, this is a little challenging, but this is actually a lot of fun.
I want to go to grad school and get a master's in sports management or sports administration and be a grad assistant in an athletic department. From there, actually getting a job.
I think I want to join the Department of Defense and be a chemist for them, but I know at some point I want to go back and get involved in public health.
Scholarships create more opportunities for people. You're not just representing yourself, you're representing those organizations that are sponsoring you.
You talk to all the athletes, the majority of them are on scholarship. It goes a long way for us because, like I said, it helps you focus just on school, and you can really just be the best version of yourself.
I'm UNG Dahloneg's representative on the Student Advisory Council. The scholarships that I've received have allowed me to do the leadership positions. I never had to take on a full-time job, so that really allowed me to choose the major of my dreams. Without those scholarships, I definitely couldn't have studied as much to have as good of grades and wouldn't have been able to take on as many leadership responsibilities as I had wanted to. I definitely think it's revolutionized my time here.
The scholarships definitely allow me to focus more on school. I don't believe that I would be able to afford college if I didn't have these scholarships.
It would be a lot harder. You have to take out more student loans and you're further in debt. And since I want to go to grad school, that would put me even further behind. So it helps me set up for the future a lot better.
No matter what, even $1 from somebody, go and donate. That creates more scholarships.
I want to just say thank you. They've impacted my time here beyond anybody.
I'd really just like to thank them for this opportunity. I know there are many students like me who wouldn't be able to afford school without their aid. I definitely think that the scholarships have allowed me to just grow as a person because there are some things you can't do by yourself, and so with that help, I think it's really gotten me where I am today.
Back here in Dahlonega at the UNG Soccer Complex, no score between the Patriots and the Nighthawks as we look at it here in Dahlonega as we take a look at the women's match. 25 minutes to play. It's 1-1 as Lander and North Georgia up at Van Taylor Stadium, a rainy Van Taylor Stadium in Greenwood. We look on at the number 19 women's soccer team. They are trying to earn the win up at Lander, but the Bearcats strike with a long-distance shot by Brianna Taylor in the 65th minute. They go up 2-1 up in Lander. Of course, this is the only men's game in action in the current state as the tropical storm rolls through. You see the rain still falling here at the UNG Soccer Complex as the Peach Belt games have been suspended, most of them until tomorrow, but tonight on the other side of Blood Mountain, a showdown between the two teams that were tied for 5th in the rankings, national rankings to start the year. Lander and Young Harris getting ready to do action at 7 p.m. tonight on the other side of Blood Mountain. A host of matchups tomorrow in the Peach Belt Conference. Of course, tomorrow here on campus, we've got UNG softball fall ball for anybody that wants to come out to the Hill. Of course, with it being a fall schedule, there will be no live coverage, but the 2019 Nighthawks will be honored with their ring ceremony around 2:30, 2:45-ish at the Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium down the hill here at the UNG Athletic Complex. North Georgia will battle Georgia Military at 11. Georgia Military and Clemson at 1, and then right after that ring ceremony, the Nighthawks will take on the Tigers of Clemson. At 3 p.m. is a scheduled start down at the Hill. So we look forward to seeing you there, as well as on Wednesday night, a big night here in Dahlonega. The women take on Clayton State. More information to follow, but it will be a special night here at the UNG Soccer Complex on Wednesday night. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff between the Nighthawks and the Lakers, and then doubleheader action on Saturday here at the UNG Soccer Complex when the women take on Flagler in what is going to be a very big showdown in Peach Belt Conference action. Of course, it'll be a lot bigger if North Georgia's women can pull it out here against Lander at Van Taylor Stadium. Again, currently trailing 2-1. Flagler is unbeaten and ranked number 4 in the nation. North Georgia 19th in the nation. They haven't lost in 6 straight, at least coming into today. The men will take on Lander on Saturday as well here at the UNG Soccer Complex. And, of course, you can listen to Hawk Talk on Monday at 3:30 on Glory 97.9 AM 1330 WGTJ, the flagship radio station for North Georgia. Also, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Spotify is where you can download it. 0-0 at halftime, second half coming your way right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high, though. Hi. Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. God, I'm good.
Back here in Dahlonega, we get set for the start of the second half, and rain coming down pretty hard as the players take the field here. It's not really blowing in any particular direction right now as the wind has died down, but the rain coming down very hard. Again, we're keeping an eye on that women's matchup at Lander, a rainy Van Taylor Stadium. So now we're ready for the start of the second half. Both teams have taken the pitch. Francis Marion will get the opening touch. And we are underway as Francis Marion looks to take the kickoff upfield quickly. They come to the near side now where they ran trips down the near sideline, to use football terminology. Now Alvaro Zamora crosses it in. Trying to catch it on the half volley there was Nestor Nunez. Cleared out by the Nighthawks. Galterio gets a touch on it, forces a throw. Forces Francis Marion to concede a throw anyway. Evan Davis back into the lineup for North Georgia. Andre Bashura getting set to throw this one in. Francis Marion up the sideline. Bashura touches it out of play. The Patriots will throw it in. Near side, Sam Pollard. Pollard triggers this one in over the head of Travis Cook. Alvaro Zamora touches it out wide to Cook. Cook sends a cross in toward the back post, trying to head it back to the near post, and was wide of everything as Domaleski goes out to snatch it up. Looks like he's going to punt this one away, and he will. Davis tried to flick it along, was unable to. Yaphet Santiago. And a foul called on David Zions. Free kick to be taken by Francis Marion. Taken quickly. Played backwards by Peters to Juan Miguel Fernandez. Now played back toward Bayo. All the way back to the center of the park, and Peters, he finds Nunez. Nunez back to Peters, who gives it right back to Nunez. Nunez to the far side. Here's Bayo. Sent in toward the top of the 18. Jordan Day was the only person nearby. Heads it out toward Galterio. The Patriots earn possession. And now a foul going to be called on North Georgia. Victor Galterio shown yellow. So Galterio with a yellow now. His third of the year. Pat Paris off of his seat. He wants some clarification. So now it looks like Peters will take this free kick. Sent in. Headed back to the back post. Saved by Domaleski, but put in by Francis Marion. Alvaro Zamora off the rebound after it was saved by Domaleski. And Zamora puts the Patriots on the board 1-0. So 1-0 in favor of FMU. Now North Georgia will have to chase the game. ODA plays out wide to Bashura. Cross sent in toward Ozer. He couldn't get a foot on it, and it was close to the back post as well. Wide for a goal kick. North Georgia going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. They bent and bent and bent, and finally Francis Marion found their way through and lead at 1-0. Headed out by Evan Davis. It'll be a throw for Francis Marion. Flicked along by Cook. Walsh will send it upfield. Headed along again by the Patriots. They try and break through yet again. Walsh gets ahead on it. Here's Nunez toward the end line. Sends a cross in, but it was behind the goal and rolls out for a goal kick. Davis heads it along, trying to find ODA. It's headed away by Francis Marion. To the near corner, though, and a throw in for FMU as the Patriots earned it. Calterio trying to win possession for North Georgia. Put into space. It seems like the ball bounces to Francis Marion no matter where on the pitch it is. Davis will send this one high in the air towards Zions. Zions heads it along. Ozer couldn't get there. Domaleski was well off his line, and it goes out for a Francis Marion corner. Corner from the far side. Sent in. Headed away by North Georgia. Zion's got a touch on it, forcing the Patriots to play even further back. Sent up in the air. ODA trying to get on it for North Georgia. Pushed from behind, no whistle. ODA earns possession, trying to play it through for Ozer. Aaron Ozer, but Maximilio Rogo off his line. Patriots on the attack yet again. Cross sent in. It was punched out of bounds by Domaleski. Corner kick coming. So a corner kick coming. Peters sets it down. Cross in. And a foul called on Francis Marion inside the 6. It'll be a North Georgia free kick. Plenty of time for the Nighthawks to find an equalizer. 37 minutes to play. Well, Georgia just has not been able to find their way through this pressure style of soccer that the Patriots are playing. They've now moved to a 4-2-3-1 of Francis Marion, switching it up on the Nighthawks. Here's ODA, plays it out wide for Bashura. Bashura tries to cross it in, deflected out by Francis Marion, and a corner kick coming for North Georgia, just their third of the afternoon. Kieran Guthrie will come up to take it. Rain falling from left to right as you look at it. Here comes the set piece. Corner taken. Headed down by Evan Davis and just missed the upper 90 as it was headed down into the ground and bounced up just a little high of the crossbar. North Georgia's had two excellent opportunities off of set pieces. Jordan Day just sliding it over the crossbar in the early portion of the match, and now Evan Davis bouncing one over the frame. Francis Marion trying to play direct. Walsh gets the first touch on it, played out wide off of Cook to Odier. Odier touches, gets through two defenders. North Georgia still with possession. Bashura gives it back to Odier. Donovan now trying to press forward. Ball taken away from him by, that's Yaphet Santiago. Now it's played up top toward Cook. It's booted away. Headed back in by Francis Marion, but Lopez is there. Lopez has it taken away from him by Zamora, the goal scorer. High in the air. Jordan Day missed the touch, but Michael Walsh is there, trying to play it toward Odier. Ball played out. It'll be a Francis Marion throw. Patriots thought it was a North Georgia throw. North Georgia thought it was a North Georgia throw. Our center referee says FMU gets the throw. Played in, Travis Cook. Shot saved by Connor Domaleski. Connor dove to his left. The shot went to his right, but his 6'3" frame allowed him to get a boot on it. Keeps this one 1-0. Throw in coming for Sam Pollard. Still waiting to throw it in. Pollard finally triggers it in. Headed out for another throw. This time deeper in the corner. Luis Rincon wants a foul. He's not going to get one. Now Pollard crosses it in, and Domaleski had the near post covered. Jordan Day had the ball taken away from him, but Galterio gets on it for North Georgia. Zions played to Galterio. Victor trying to run on it. Hoyland does enough to send it out of play, but North Georgia will get a corner, and David Zions will trot over, and he will likely take this one from the far side. He puts two hands up in the air. Sends it in with the right foot. In-swinger, back post, trying to find Michael Walsh on the far side. Unable to do so. It'll be a throw for North Georgia as Travis Cook couldn't get there. Evan Davis will trot over to take this one. The deep throw specialist for North Georgia. Gets as far back as he can against the fence. Doesn't have a lot of room on the near side. Still gets a lot of power on it. Gets it into the 18 toward Guthrie. Headed down from Galterio to Odier. Odier can't keep possession. Bashura tries to send it right back in. Francis Marion trying to clear their lines. Bashura and Davis, a little miscommunication. Finally cleared out by Francis Marion. Michael Walsh going to have to hurry. Heads it back to Domaleski, who snatches it up. Travis Cook was in pursuit. Rolled out wide to, that's Kevin Lopez. Lopez gives to Zions. Zions into the middle of the field to Jordan Day. Played back and around back line. Kieran Guthrie now sends it upfield, looking to get it toward Bashura, who was making a run. Didn't put enough on it. Now here come the Patriots. They have numbers on the counter. Played out wide to the near side. Here's Javier Bello. Cross sent in, deflected out by North Georgia. Now they can try and counter. Galterio If he plays it out wide to ODA, and he does. ODA, heavy touch and not a good one. Bashura didn't get a good touch on it either. And so now it'll have to be played back to Domaleski. The Nighthawks have had some opportunities to get some attacks going, but have been bitten by some bad luck on some heavy touches. Ozer with a heavy touch there. Fernandez tried to let it roll out of play. It never did. So he has to play it up the near touch line. Jordan Day tries to get on it, draws a foul, takes the free kick quickly. Zions plays to Ozer. Ozer toward the center of the park, finds Galterio. Galterio tries to get past the first layer of defense, unable to, but Bashura there. Bashura tries to thread one through, cleared away by Francis Marion. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by the UNG Bookstore, 4 locations across Northeast Georgia. Guthrie plays up top toward Ozer. Ozer, a good header toward Galterio, but a little heavy as Maximiliano Rogo can settle it and pick it up under duress from Victor Galterio. Rogo sets it down and plays it to the near side now. This is Javier Morcillo. Lopez. Zions. Davis. Trying to find Jordan Day, unable to do so. Francis Marion under pressure from Zions. Now plays it back to Juan Miguel Fernandez. Ozer trying to give pressure. Francis Marion breaks it to the near side. Now brings the ball across midfield. Played over to Nestor Nunez. Nunez finds Sam Pollard. Pollard to Bayo. Bayo sends in a cross over the top of everything. Trying to find that far post. He had a runner as North Georgia will make a substitution. Josh Corlett will step on for the Nighthawks. Another speedster on this near side for the Nighthawks. Corlett trying to step in and make his presence known early, and it does. Bashura gets it to Galterio. Galterio and Corlett overlap. Galterio breaks past the first defender. Victor sends it across near post. It's flipped away by Pollard. North Georgia still on it, though. Jordan Day touches it out wide to Lopez. Kevin Lopez back to Jordan Day, the fifth-year senior. Out wide to Zions. Zions back to Jordan Day. Day sends in a left-footed cross. It doesn't get very far as he didn't get a great touch on it. Played back to Kieran Guthrie. Guthrie plays it up the far touch line. Played back to him by the Patriots. Now Kieran will try and send it in. Finds Aaron Ozer. Ozer flipped up in the air. Galterio will get the first and second touch. Give him a third and a fourth touch as well. But now Francis Marion is on it. Evan Davis stands in. Good job by the senior Evan Davis. He was featured this week on UNG All Access. That episode on demand right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network YouTube page, as well as UNGathletics.com. Now here's Josh Corlett. Corlett sends a beautiful ball in toward Galterio. Good job defensively, though, by Hoyland. And Evan Davis will be whistled for a foul, a shoulder in the back. Easy whistle for our our center referee. Maximiliano Rogo will come all the way up to take this one. "27 minutes to play and counting. Sent high in the air. Over the head of the Patriots. Now sent in the air again by North Georgia. Corlett tried to get on it. North Georgia trying to defend. It goes all the way down into the corner to Nunez. Nunez gets past the first line of defense, and good job by Bashura. He does concede a corner, though. Another corner kick for Francis Marion. This has been their calling card here today. Rain not falling quite as hard. Still coming down, though. Sent in. Punched out, though, by Domaleski. Good job by Connor to come off his line, reading that corner kick. Corlett trying to start a counter. Zion's back heel flick. Nobody in a white kit there. Rogo will settle it and play it out wide for Hoyland. North Georgia in a 4-2-3-1 right now as well. Day plays out wide for Zions. Nighthawks trying to get something going. Ozer wanted it at his feet. It was played too far forward for the 6'4 senior from Germany. Played up. Here's Jordan Day. Day has the ball stolen from him. Patriots on the attack again. Kieran Guthrie doing a good job of standing in. North Georgia wanted the ball out of play. It didn't go out, says the far side AR. Now Lopez will send it toward the center of the park. Ozer trying to get on it. The Patriots stand in there strong. Galterio trying to play it up, unable to. Out for a Nighthawk throw. Lander defeats North Georgia 2-1 up in Greenwood. The Nighthawks' 6-game winning streak snapped. So the Bearcats get a big win in Peach Belt Conference play, and now North Georgia will need some help to win the regular season title. Walsh sends it in. Ozer heads it along. Davis trying to get there. He was a half second late. Guthrie heads it back up in the air, trying to keep it in the attacking third for North Georgia. Day gives out wide to, that was Lopez, who had it taken away from him. Late slide tackle. Was way too late to even make contact with the Patriot. With Georgia trying to work it out of the back line. Jordan Day on it for the Nighthawks. He will touch it out wide for Bashura. Bashura back to Jordan. Jordan will put some power under this one, trying to play the long diagonal, looking for Zions. And North Georgia earns a throw. Lopez will take it out of the hands of head coach Pat Paris. Nearly midway through this second half. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Yahula Creek Grill. Comfort food reinvented. Long ball played. Good defending by Michael Walsh. Did just enough to take the ball away from Travis Cook. Now Domaleski will play it to the near side, and Andre Bashura, the counterattack was good from Francis Marion. Michael Walsh did exactly what he had to do. Now here's Jordan Day, plays it back to the freshman Walsh. Walsh up the near touch line, looking for Bashura. It's headed down. Corlett will get on it now. Corlett pushed off it. Bashura gets a touch. It's off of the Patriots. It'll be a Nighthawk. Will be a throw or a corner. Don't know where it rolled out. North Georgia will get to make a substitution here. Zion stepping off. ODA comes back on. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for the Nighthawks. Thrown into Ozer. Back to Davis. Davis sends a cross in toward the back post. Nobody home. Galterio could not get a shot off. Jordan Day plays it back to Kieran Guthrie on the defensive half of midfield. Guthrie will send this one right back in as he sees nobody is offside. Nighthawks want a corner. They're not going to get it. Francis Marion is doing a good job of keeping Aaron Ozer off the ball. He's been a thorn in the Patriots' side for 3 matches. And 3 goals and 2 assists against the Patriots in Ozer's career. Would not be surprised to see these two teams meet in the Peach Belt tournament. Two very good sides. Thrown into Ozer, back to Bashura. Bashura plays it through the legs of Cook to Ozer, and a throw in earned by North Georgia off of Nunez. Thrown in by by Bashura toward Corlett. Bashura can't get the ball away from Cook. Played up top toward Bayo, and it's out off of Francis Marion for a Nighthawk throw. And Travis Cook tried to take the ball away from him. The clock will stop. And Andre Bashura will get a stern talking to. 20:23 to play. Waiting on the whistle now. Thrown in by Bashura toward Davis. Davis lets it roll through, trying to get back on it. Trying to get it clear. Headed by Corlett into the box. Davis trying to get there, and a foul going to be called on Evan Davis. Free kick for Francis Marion. Rogo will get set to take this free kick. Booted away. Evan Davis sends it to the far side, trying to find Odier, who's working the left side now. Donovan tries to keep it in, is unable to. It'll be a throw for FMU. And substitution will get to come in for the Patriots. Sydney Warden back into the match for FMU. 19 and change to play. Free kick to be taken by FMU. The Patriots commit the foul. Kieran Guthrie will get set to take this one. Just on the attacking half of midfield. All the numbers forward for North Georgia minus Guthrie. Lopez will now trot over toward the center logo. Guthrie sends it in. Trying to find some white jerseys, unable to. Francis Marion will try and break. Sent high into the air toward the top of the six. Rogo punches it out. Ozer punches toward the back post with the back heel flick. It'll roll off of Francis Marion for a corner. A good attempt, though, from Aaron Ozer to try that back heel flick toward the far post from where he is, the near post as we look at it. So a corner kick coming for North Georgia. It'll be Kieran Guthrie to take it. Guthrie will take it off the left foot, sends it in low, in swinger. Booted away by Francis Marion. Corlett sends it toward the back post. Michael Walsh will send it back across frame. Kieran Guthrie will let this ball roll out as he could not get to it. It'll be goal kick for FMU. Seventeen and a half to play. North Georgia starting to figure some things out on the offensive end. They've had some really good looks here in the second half. They've forced the Francis Marion defense to really work. In fact, the Patriots have started to do a little time wasting with 17 minutes to play. It'll be a throw for North Georgia. And again, Zamora gets a late touch on it to try and flip it past Bashura. Davis sends this one in over the head of everyone. Trying to run onto it is Odier. He'll be able to. Donovan trying to break past the Francis Marion defense, and they say it's off of him. It'll be a throw for Francis Marion, and slowly walking to it is Juan Miguel Fernandez. Davis did not get a great touch on it. Played all the way back to Kieran Guthrie as the Patriots are starting to bunker a little bit. All 11 were on the defensive half of midfield. Jordan Day plays out wide for Kevin Lopez. He couldn't keep it in play. Now Francis Marion will push numbers forward as they try and mount a counter. But first they slow it up to waste a little time. Luis Rincon hands the ball off to the throw-in taker. That's Juan Miguel Fernandez. Fernandez sends this one in. Kevin Lopez heads it out. Odier was trying to get on it. He said he was pushed from behind. The center referee doesn't buy it. Rain now misting from above. Kieran Guthrie trying to win the ball away. You see Francis Marion already taking it down into the corner. A lot of time to start taking your foot off the gas if you're the Patriots, in my opinion. Galterio trying to play it up toward Odier. Odier trying to outrun his number counterpart in Hoyland. And it goes off of Hoyland. It'll be a North Georgia throw. North Georgia Soccer on the Nighthawk Sports Network, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Thrown in. Ozer sends it high into the air. Headed away by the Patriots. Comes out toward Jordan Day. He deflects it back in, and it will roll all the way back for Maximiliano Rocco. And under the pressure of Ozer, he will pick it up and wave everybody forward as he tries to boot this one away. Low line drive of a punt. Comes all the way back to Walsh. Walsh will touch it back to Domaleski. Connor will settle it with one touch. Push it out to Guthrie. Guthrie being pressured from behind. Plays it back to Connor Domaleski yet again. Redshirt junior boots it away over the head of Evan Davis. Played to the near side, and Alvaro Zamora, he currently has the game winner. Played up. Trying to find Ozer. It comes down to Hoyland. Hoyland will just send this one into the Nighthawk technical area. Throw in for North Georgia. Nighthawks will push some numbers forward, forcing Francis Marion to bunker in a bit. Lopez triggers it in to Jordan Day. Back to Lopez, back to Day. And now Kieran Guthrie will send one in from distance. Looking to find Ozer. It goes over the head of everyone. No one running behind the senior German. $13 and change to play here in regulation. Rogo taking his time, waves everybody forward for Francis Marion. Sends this one high in the air, backspin. Davis heads it along. Ozer flips it on, trying to find Corlett, who looks to outrun Pollard. This one sent well out of play. It'll be a Nighthawk throw. Bashura looking for a ball, gets one. Throws it into Corlett, who gives it back to Bashura. Andre trying to break through, and the Nighthawks earn a corner. Another opportunity for the Nighthawks with a set piece. Kieran Guthrie running up to take this one. See if the Nighthawks can break through. They've been knocking on the door for the better part of 30 minutes. Sent in. Header comes across frame. Guthrie trying to run on it. Cleared off the line by Francis Marion. It'll be a Nighthawk throw. Thrown in, Jordan Day. Could not keep possession. Galterio tries to win it away. Be unable to. Second ball on the pitch. Clock will stop as Francis Marion has a player down. That's Sam Pollard. And Pollard quickly runs off the pitch. $11:52 to play here. 1-0 in favor of Francis Marion as we check on Sam Pollard, the 5'11 sophomore from Down Under, Australia. So now 11:52 to play. Pollard will come off. Looks like the Patriots are going to play a man down for the moment. All the way over to Kieran Guthrie. Back to Walsh. Played in, flipped along. Ozer was there, but it takes a deflection off of Francis Marion. Pollard waved back on prior to the corner kick. 11:30 to play. Kieran Guthrie will go over to take it. The Nighthawks have had fans on the edge of their seats the last 4 corner kicks. See if they can keep it there. Maybe punch one in. Set piece for North Georgia. Low corner kick taken. High in the air off of Francis Marion. Another corner kick coming for the Nighthawks. Evan Davis running in. Another low corner taken. Again off of Francis Marion. Another corner kick for North Georgia. We'll see if this one gets a little more hang time from Kieran Guthrie. 2 low corners, both defended well by FMU. This one does get hang time. Back post. Francis Marion gets first touch on it. Evan Davis trying to earn some position against Zamora. Zamora does well to get that ball out of play. North Georgia earns a throw off of it. Thrown in by Evan Davis. Bounces at the corner of the 6. Ozer taken down in the box, no whistle. Galterio will be whistled for offside. Clock will stop at 9:51 as another Patriot down inside the 18. That's Travis Cook. So a free kick will be taken by Maximiliano Rocco. Maximiliano goes back nearly 15 yards to run up on it and now boots it away. Walsh settles, sends it back toward center circle. Touched around. Jordan Day will commit a foul, drawn by Francis Marion. We're at 9.5 minutes to play. Long free kick taken. Bashura will get the first touch. Right to Josh Corlett. Corlett a heavy touch. It'll be a Francis Marion throw. And now subs will come on for Francis Marion. Stepping off is Yafet Santiago. Stepping on is number 23, Carlos Alonso Martinez. Six-foot freshman from España. Throw in for Francis Marion. Pollard will take it. Sends this one high in the air. Headed out by FMU. It'll be a North Georgia throw. Physical game. Francis Marion trying to cling to that 1-0 advantage. Bashora sends it upfield. It's headed back by Francis Marion. Davis settles it. Gets it at his feet. Now sends it upfield toward Ozer. Ozer tries to earn position and does. Corlett sends it to the far side looking for Odier. Rain starts to fall harder now. Here's Donovan Odier. 7 and change to play. Odier looking. And he will commit a foul. So Francis Marion can take some time. Francis Marion they haven't been time wasting per se, but they haven't been urgent since the 17-minute left mark. And the urgency will drop more and more as the seconds wane on. It's up to our center referee to decide whether or not it's considered time wasting. Patriots break through, looking for a second. Zamora plays it through for Bello. A little heavy of a touch, and the offside flag goes up on the sophomore from Madrid. Guthrie will stop the ball, get ready to take this free kick. Push it out wide for Jordan Day. Day keeps it up the far sideline. Lopez overlapping. Odier missed the half volley. Sent out of play by FMU. It'll be a Nighthawk throw. 6:20 to play. Thrown in by Galterio to Day. Lopez looking for Odier. Donovan will earn the throw. Galterio will go over to take it. Victor looking. Throws this one in. Over the head of, I believe that was Evan Davis. Headed back in by Walsh. Headed back out by Francis Marion. Michael Walsh having to hurry. Sends this one back upfield. Travis Cook got the touch on it. It will roll out for a Nighthawk throw. And North Georgia gets it into Evan Davis. 5:25 to play. Davis sends it in toward the top of the 18. No one there from North Georgia. Here's Jordan Day. He'll fire a shot. It goes well wide. Goal kick. And now Francis Marion can take a little more time. You got to start firing toward goal. I see that. But if it's not on frame, the Patriots can take a little extra time off the clock while they set up for the goal kick. Sidney Wharton playing keep away from Lopez. Plays it down to Carlos Alonso Martinez. Crossed in. Zamora, his shot would have been wide. Corlett sends it upfield. David Zayon's waiting to check on, hoping to get an opportunity to step on very soon. Rain coming down harder, now blowing in. A sloggy day. At the top of the crest, here's Jordan Day, another substitution for North Georgia on the far side. Lopez plays back for Kieran Guthrie, 3 and change. North Georgia's got to start pressing forward, running out of time. Over the head of Ozer. Davis tries to settle it at the top of the 18. Now Ozer can't get there, and Rocco acted like he was going to pick it up, instead just put a knee on it to settle it. And now Maximiliano can punt this one away. High in the air. Bounces once, then Walsh heads it back across center circle. A foul on Galterio. And now Francis Marion will take some time. 3 minutes to play. The Patriots have a substitution to make. North Georgia has 2. Out of play for a throw. The clock will stop as subs come in. Since it's a Francis Marion substitution off of their throw. So Till Lamberts will step on for North Georgia. Nestor Nunez steps back on for Francis Marion. Throw in for Francis Marion. Time winding down. They take their time walking over as they've earned the right to do. Actually, it's a corner kick. Taken short. And now it'll be a Nighthawk throw. Well, Georgia has to go the length of the field. Bashura touches it down. Now it's a Francis Marion throw, and coming up to take it is Sam Pollard. North Georgia has about 100 seconds left to try and get back to 500. Nighthawks wanted an offside, didn't get it. Nighthawks trying to break out of the corner, and a lot of Navy kits. And a foul going to be called on North Georgia. It'll be a free kick for FMU, and they can take a little more time. .70 seconds to play. Francis Marion takes it short. Tries to play it up for Travis Cook. It's sent high in the air. Francis Marion will just send this one high in the air. Domaleski will have to track it down quickly as it bounces out of play. He'll have to hurry. 45 seconds left to go the length of the field and find an equalizer. Kieran Guthrie will actually take this one to send it further downfield. Kieran runs up, boots this one away. Nighthawks have got to throw numbers forward. Jordan Day, again cleared out by Peters. Guthrie elects to allow it to go back to Domaleski. He'll quickly pick it up and punt it away. It's not a good one. Punts it high in the air. North Georgia will likely fall in this one, as now they just have 10 seconds left. And North Georgia falls in this one. A 1-0 win for Francis Marion here at the UNG Soccer Complex. Stay tuned. The post-game report coming your way right after this on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bandit 3, this is Fox 2-3. Can you see that contact to our front? Man, it's Fox 2-3 out. Mark them with tracer fire.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service. A path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
The UNG Bookstore is the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Be sure to shop in store to find the item of the week. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Bookstore is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Hi, I'm Sonia McClain with Red Rooster Realty. Fall is right around the corner, and it doesn't get any prettier than this. Have you been thinking about buying in Georgia's Lake and Mountain Paradise? Give me a call at 770-480-4777.
You are your home runs. You are your near misses. You are your years to remember and your years you'd rather forget. You are what you build and who you build it for. And you are what you leave behind. BB&T. All we see is you.
Final score 1-0 here at the UNG Soccer Complex. The number 20 Patriots get the win over the Nighthawks of North Georgia here at the UNG Soccer Complex. 14 shots for Francis Marion to 5 for North Georgia. Unable to make Maximilio Rocco make any saves. Alvaro Zamora in the 48th minute, his 4th goal of the year. It's the game winner as the Patriots improved to 8-2-1 and 2-1 in league play on 6 points. The Nighthawks remain on 3 points, 1-0-0. One last commercial break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. When we return, we'll let you know what's coming up next here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. 1-0, Francis Marion wins it right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
It takes more than intelligence and talent to succeed in life. It takes grit and a commitment to excellence.
It takes the willingness to serve others and a cause greater than yourself.
It requires you to push boundaries,
ask difficult questions,
and understand the world around you.
It requires you to know your strengths
and weaknesses, and have the desire to make yourself better than you were yesterday.
It requires you to be independent, efficient, and tolerant.
Ultimately, it requires you to be a leader. At the University of North Georgia, we develop leaders.
Leaders who serve our country abroad to tackle the challenges of the world.
And leaders who serve at home to improve our way of life.
Leaders who never quit.
Leaders who lead by example and not exception.
Leaders who are tough, but fair.
Leaders who are relentless and passionate.
Leaders who solve problems and don't make excuses.
Leaders who do the right thing, even when no one's looking.
There's nothing average about the University of North Georgia and its Corps of Cadets.
If you've got what it takes, then bring it.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do. Be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
1-0 your final score here from the UNG Soccer Complex. The number 20 Patriots get the win over North Georgia here in Dahlonega. What's coming up on the Nighthawk Sports Network? Hawk Talk on Monday at 3:30, Glory 97.9 AM, 1330 WGTJ. Wednesday back here at the UNG Soccer Complex, the women's soccer team takes on Clayton State. It'll be a special night. We hope you'll join us here. More information to follow on Monday on the front page of UNGathletics.com. Saturday, back here at the UNG Soccer Complex as well. Doubleheader action. The women take on Flagler. The men take on Lander in what is sure to be a great doubleheader here in Dahlonega. Also want to give a very special shout-out. It is quote-unquote game day for one of our own, Morgan Lockery. It's her wedding day. She's getting married to one Jared May. A big congratulations goes out to them. We are headed down to Alpharetta for the wedding as soon as we sign off here on the UNG men's soccer broadcast here from the Dahlonega and the Nighthawk Sports Network. So a big congratulations goes out to Molo and Jared on their wedding day. Again, they tie the knot in about 2 hours. Again, your final score, 1-0. Francis Marion defeats North Georgia. For our entire NSN crew, I'm Walker McCrary signing off. You've been watching the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll see you on Wednesday right back here from the Gold City on the Nighthawk Sports Network.